guys, peace. Welcome to another chit chat. Hope you're well. So I just came on real quick to do like a real quick review on Avatar, the movie, or talk about it just a little bit. I went to go see it today. Yeah. And I wasn't super impressed with the film, but there are a few symbols or motifs in it that I thought were interesting. And it there were like a lot of synchronicities in it that seemed to I don't know, follow me. So I actually, like you guys, as usual, I'm trying to chronicle some stuff for myself, but as usual, I'm super tired and I did not write stuff down and kind of organize it. But I did want to drop the synchronicities. One had to do with the water people. So that's a theme that was similar to the Wakanda film, which I liked. I liked Wakanda. If I had to vote between Wakanda and Avatar, I would do Wakanda for sure. But the mer people that were in it, that ended up really highlighting a lot of the Pacific Islander culture, which has been related, a lot of those indigenous tribes, to Lemuria in the past. How do you pronounce their names? The Maori. I remember I went to an exhibit several years back here at the LACMA Museum. And it was a really good exhibit on the people of Fiji. And, I don't know, maybe one day I'll share it, but it had a lot of photographs of the Fiji people. And, they just, for all intents and purposes, they are, melanated people with, what is the hair number again? Is it 4C? I can't remember, but whatever is coarse, super curly, hair is what the, Fijians had. And, for all intents and purposes, they look like they could be my brother or sister or cousin or whatever. And I had known about the melanated people of the Pacific Islands from way, way back, just way back period. But like maybe 20 years ago, I went to Kauai and was it Maui and Oahu? So I had studied, like the princess of the Hawaiian Islands, the royalty there. And again, same thing. They're just basically just like you see all over when you go to India, the Dravidians, they look like me. So anyway, I always thought that was interesting as they tied it to Lemuria. So, the question begs, what did the Lemurians look like? That's a loaded question. But also, they also say that Lemuria is, or parts of Lemuria also exist near Mount Shasta. So, and I went to Mount Shasta. God, that was like about 30 years ago, for real. And that was a very interesting place as well. And I remember when I traveled there, I was thinking about, I always hold the energy of the mythologies that I'm aware of, so I can pick up on the energy. And I remember going there, I was asking locals about some of the stories that have been told. And I remember one waitress there in a little cafe told me I was asking her about the mythologies, and she said her grandfather, she's never seen, because there were these mythologies or legends about the people who lived inside the Mount Shasta, the mountain, and how they would come out or come down and like go to the general store, and they would pay for everything in gold, gold bars. So she said her grandfather has stories like that from like maybe, I don't know, that was 30, so it would have been like 60, 70 years back. I don't know. But anyway, that was just to bring up the legends about the Pacific Islanders specifically and Lemuria. But so one of the synchronicities, this is when I knew that I was, because I just decided to go spontaneously to watch Avatar. And I mean, I'm gonna get into it again later because I'm really tired. I wrote some stuff down in my phone though, so I can't get it out right now. And I kind of want to collect my thoughts. But one of the things that was super interesting before I even got started, because I went to the farmer's market early in the morning, like 8 o'clock. But when I went to the movies, I always stop and get, because I don't eat like, regular popcorn or stuff in the movies. So I always stop and get me, since I was young, I always stop at the store and get my, my movie stuff. So I always get like some organic popcorn with sea salt or Himalayan salt or whatever. And I'll get these days, it used to be a kombucha, but these days I'll get like I love Ali Pops, grape Ali Pops, which is like a probiotic soda. And then I'll always get some water, right? So they didn't have my normal water that I usually get. And so I got this water, which I have not seen in years, literally, because the stores I go to get, when I get bottled water, and I usually get it by the gallon, because I get I only get spring water. I don't get the, what's that stuff called that everybody drinks that I, was into years ago, till I found out that it doesn't really hold up. What is it? The pH, whatever you call it, the pH. Oh my God, why can't I think of it? The opposite of acidic, I guess. What is that called? I can't even think of it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The trendy type of water that everybody likes to get, or you get your own filter and do it. But yeah, I have to drink spring water because like Dr. Sabi, who I was deeply into, and my mentor before that, and I just always learned that you're supposed to drink spring water, not like distilled water, because it's dead, and not just it needs to be spring water. So I've always gotten spring water for a really long time. And anyway, so there wasn't anything like, I don't drink Essentia or what's the other ones. I don't drink none of that water, that pH water. I don't drink it because it's not spring, and I'm like a snob about my spring water. So I hadn't seen this in a long time. And I don't normally buy water in 6-packs. I don't buy 6 packs of water. I buy, if I'm just gonna drink some water, I'll buy like I don't know, what is that, like a liter, or I'll buy I buy gallons, but I don't buy like little bottles of water. And so when I bought this water, it was kind of weird, and because I had drank this a long time ago, like years ago. So anyway, long story short, look at the water. It's called Hawaiian water. It's a spring water. It's got a 7 pH, but I don't even look at all that. I just remember drinking this from like years ago, and it was the only water at the grocery store, and I was kind of in a hurry, so I was like, and then I just got, I don't like Arrowhead, I don't like Crystal Geyser, I don't like, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna be stuck with 6 of these. I'll leave them in the car or something. And I didn't even know that the movie takes place, like it's a Pacific Islander type vibe with the tribes, the indigenous Maori, Pacific Islander people. But yeah, so that was my first synchronicity. When I got to the movies, I was like, what? Okay, there's one. And it was a whole bunch of other ones. Like, it really themed for me a trending theme in my world that it connected to was like, I feel like the, what do they call, the Pandorans? I really feel like they are the Anunnaki, you know, with the height and the color blue. It's like, I really think that they're taught in the space station, and I hope I'm not doing no spoiler alerts for anyone. But yeah, it's really seems to be based in the reincarnation aspects. I just watched a really interesting film yesterday off of Prime last night. Just thumbing through the Prime. I think it's called something 49 years 49 years, God 49, I can't remember, but it's a Korean film, and it was really interesting. It was about reincarnating. It's like a comedy, fantasy, slash, you know, drama, I guess, action. Oh, that's the other thing about Avatar. It's too much action in that. It's just too much action, too much like heightened. Yeah, that was like, and it's too long. Um, and so anyway, I thought that was interesting that these two major films that have come out, which are highly cultural, over the last few months with Wakanda and now this, and you know, again in Wakanda they explored the whole Native American. I think I talked about that, Quetzalcoatl, who I've met personally. And you know, just the ancient cultural Mesoamerican culture, and the Quetzalcoatl, you know, legends and mythologies that they put a spin on. And so with this film, with Avatar, they're just like trending very similar type themes. Um, and it's interesting to me because I know the Sumerian texts have been really heavy coming up in my vibe too. So, you know, it leads you to wonder if within the next 90 days or so, we're going to have information about that. Visitations, you know, Antarctica always comes to mind when any of the Anunnaki or Sumerian stuff trends. I think there's going to be some revelations about that coming out. Maybe even a disclosure in the next 90 days, based on, because they do put a lot of these movies out when they are going to, you know, do something that is similar to the themes. So anyway, I'm not gonna make this long. I know there's a lot of stuff I want to say, but I really just wanted to put that out there about the trending themes in Avatar and the synchronicities, and how my system works, how, you know, I kind of get led to do stuff because I really wasn't feeling Avatar. I mean, I have like a personal thing. That's the other thing. My daughter went to school with James Cameron's son. That's aging me again, but I don't care because I look good. And I remember her telling me one time she was over there hanging out, and he was, you know, he was talking about making Avatar 2, I think it was. I think that's what it was. And I was like, that was a long time ago, you know? And I was like, wow, why did it take him so long, you know, to do? And that's funny because we've had Matrix 3, Wakanda, and Avatar, you know, as the three big sort of expecting, you know, what do you call them, sequels this year. There was some Star Wars has been heavy for me too. And I don't even like Star Wars. I'm not a Star Wars fan. So why Star Wars has been coming up in my my field a lot. I don't know. But anyway, so again, I think it could have something to do with some disclosure stuff that they're going to be doing really soon. So I just want to kind of put it out there and chronicle it, and I'll come back and talk about it a little bit more. I'll read my notes because I forgot I have wrote some notes, or I typed in some notes while I was watching the film. Something I typed in at the beginning, especially, that I can't even remember. Okay. All right. So I will talk to you guys later. Hopefully sooner than later. I'm really tired. As you can see, I've been like just really doing a lot of I've been working hard. And yeah, I hope to kind of relax a little bit and get back to doing a little bit of talking about some exciting stuff that's going on in the metaverse, the inner metaverse, the real metaverse. Okay. All right, y'all. So take care. I hope to talk to you soon. Peace.